Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to the Speak English Flow, your favorite place to improve your English while talking about real life topics that actually matter. I'm Emma.
And I'm Mohin.
Today, we're talking about something that slows down almost every English learner: how to train your brain to think in English, not your native language, how to stop translating and just speak.
Oh, yes, I feel this one so personally.
You know exactly what I mean, right? Someone asks you a simple question in English, and before you answer, your brain runs this whole internal process. You think it in your language first, build the answer there, then try to convert it into English, and by the time you're ready, the moment has already passed.
Or, even worse, you do translate, but your language has a completely different word order, and it comes out wrong. Like, I yesterday went to the market.
Oh, that is painful. And then you spend the next 5 minutes thinking about the grammar mistake instead of just continuing the conversation.
But why does our brain keep doing this? Why can't we just speak?
That is exactly what we're breaking down today. And here's the good news. Stop translating, just speak. That is the goal. And translating in your head is not a talent problem. It is a brain habit, and habits can be changed.
I really needed to hear that.
And if this podcast is helping you practice real English in a natural and relaxed way,
Go ahead and subscribe to the Speak English Flow. It really does help us keep making these conversations for you.
every single subscriber means the world to us, and we are truly grateful for each and every one of you. All right, let's get into it. So, why do we translate in our heads in the first place? Here is the simple answer. When you first learned English, your brain built a bridge. Every English word, every sentence, it had to travel through your native language first before it made any sense. And that was actually helpful at the beginning.
But that bridge slows everything down, right?
Exactly. And here's the key difference. Fluent speakers don't use that bridge at all. Their brain has built direct connections from thought straight to English with no native language stop in the middle.
So the difference between me and a fluent speaker isn't just vocabulary, it's how short the path is.
Perfectly said. Think about it like this. Imagine you just moved to a brand new city. The first month, you needed GPS for every single trip, and every time the GPS rerouted you through the same old familiar roads. But after 6 months of living there, you just drive. You know the streets. No GPS, no detours. It's natural.
So my English brain needs to learn the streets of English directly, not keep rerouting through my native language every time.
Exactly. And the good news is your brain absolutely can build those streets. That is what today's tips are all about.
Okay, so what do we actually do?
The first thing, and you can start this literally today, is to label your world in English.
Label my world. What do you mean by that?
Every time you see an object, think its English name first. Not the word in your native language, the English word. Your cup of tea? Cup. The window next to you? Window. The traffic outside? Traffic. Direct. No translation step in between.
That sounds almost too simple. Does it actually do something for your brain?
Think about how a small child learns language. A 2-year-old doesn't think, this animal is called a dog in English, let me translate that from baby language. They look at the dog, they hear the word dog, and that connection is made directly. Object to word, no bridge.
Oh, so children never build a translation layer at all? They go straight from the thing to the word in the new language.
Exactly. And you can rebuild that too. Start with 10 objects in your home this week. Every morning, look around you and name what you see in English, not in translation, just the direct word.
So instead of seeing my phone and thinking the word in my language first, I look at it and think phone, full stop.
Full stop. That's it. And those direct connections get faster and stronger every single day. Your brain gradually stops needing the bridge because it already knows the road.
Right. Right now, I'm looking at this microphone and thinking, microphone. That's a direct connection happening right now.
And it's already slightly rewired. That's how fast small daily habits work.
Okay, but here's my real problem. It's not just single words. When I need a full sentence, my brain tries to build it word by word from my language, and the order comes out wrong or it just takes forever.
And that is exactly where the second thing comes in. Stop translating sentences word for word. Steal chunks instead.
Chunks?
A chunk is a group of words that go naturally together in English, a ready-made phrase you can pick up and use immediately. Things like, I was wondering if, or that reminds me of, or what do you mean by, or to be honest, or I'm not sure, but I think, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, those are like pre-built sentence pieces, ready to grab and use.
Exactly. And here is the beautiful thing about chunks. When you use one, you're not translating. You're reaching for a complete piece of English that already exists in your memory and placing it into your sentence. Your brain skips the translation step completely.
So instead of thinking, I want to ask a question in my language and trying to translate that whole thing, I just reach for, I was wondering if, and keep going.
Yes, the chunk is already in English, so there's nothing to translate. You go directly from idea to phrase.
That's actually brilliant. Collect phrases, not just individual vocabulary words.
Start with 10 chunks this week. Learn them the way you know your own phone number, automatically, without thinking. Once those 10 are stored, sentences start to flow on their own.
10 chunks. I'm writing that down right now.
That's the start of a very powerful habit. Now, here's one that might feel a little unusual at first, but it is one of the most powerful habits you can build.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Talk to yourself in English. Out loud or silently, doesn't matter. Narrate your day. Describe what you see. React to what you feel. All in English.
Wait, literally talk to myself.
While you're making breakfast, think, I'm making eggs. I'm a little tired today. I wonder what the weather will be like. While you're walking somewhere, think, that building is very tall. I need to get to the bus stop before it rains. Anything and everything.
So I'm giving my brain a constant English workout, even when I'm alone and nobody is listening.
Right. And this is exactly how the direct road gets built. The more your brain practices going from thought to English without your native language in the middle, the more natural it becomes. And the more natural it feels, the less you need to translate.
But what if I don't know the English word for something? Do I stop and look it up?
No, and this is important. Keep going. Describe it a different way. If you don't know umbrella, say, the thing I use to stay dry when it rains. Your brain learns to find solutions and keep the thought moving forward. And that is exactly what fluent speakers do when they get stuck.
So I don't freeze looking for the perfect word. I find another way and keep the thought going.
Keep the thought going, always. That is the rule.
Okay, but what about when you're actually speaking with someone and you start a sentence and you can feel it coming out wrong halfway through?
This is the big one. And most English learners do the exact opposite of what they should.
What do they do?
They stop mid-sentence. They go quiet. They go back to their native language in their head, try to rebuild the whole sentence from scratch, and then attempt it again. And in that pause, all the confidence just disappears.
Yes, I know that feeling exactly. You stop, and suddenly you feel like you have forgotten everything you know.
Here is what to do instead. Before you speak, give yourself just 2 seconds. Don't translate, just feel the shape of the sentence in English. Then speak. And if it comes out imperfect, finish the sentence anyway.
Finish it, even if it's not perfect.
Yes, because here's what most learners don't realize. A native speaker listening to you is not giving you a grammar score. They just want to understand you. And they almost always do, even when the sentence is not perfect.
So a sentence that is 70% correct and finished is actually better than a perfect sentence that never got said.
That is perfectly put. Speak it, finish it. Then, after the conversation, think about how you could have said it better. That reflection works much better without the pressure of the moment.
Think first, speak, finish, fix after. That is actually something I can do starting today.
That is the whole system, and every time you do it, the path gets shorter.
All right, those 4 tips are so practical and easy to start using right away.
And before we close, let's go over the key words from today's episode. The first word is translate, meaning to change words or a message from one language into another.
Like when I hear an English sentence and my brain immediately converts it into my native language before I fully understand it.
Exactly. And that is the habit we are breaking today. Next, native language, the first language you learned as a child, the one your brain reaches for automatically when you are tired, stressed, or surprised.
I still count in my native language and sometimes dream in it too.
That is completely normal, and it is exactly why today's practice matters. Next, fluency, the ability to speak a language naturally and smoothly without long pauses or hesitation.
So, fluency isn't about having perfect grammar, it's about flow, how easily the words come.
Exactly right. Next, hesitate, to pause before speaking or acting because you feel uncertain or nervous.
I hesitate a lot, especially when the other person is a native speaker and I feel like I'm being judged.
That feeling is so common, and it gets lighter the more you practice thinking directly in English. Next, chunk, a group of words naturally used together as a ready-made phrase in English.
Exactly. Like, I was wondering if I already want to start using that one today.
Use it once and it is yours forever. Next, rewire, to change the way your brain connects or processes information, almost like reprogramming a habit over time.
So, every time I label an object in English instead of my native word, I am actually rewiring a tiny part of my brain.
Every single time. Small actions, big changes over time. Next, immerse, to surround yourself completely with a language or experience.
Can you immerse yourself in English even if you don't live in an English-speaking country?
Absolutely. Podcasts, music, films, thinking in English, even this conversation right now, you can immerse yourself anywhere in the world. Next, automatic, when something happens naturally without needing to think about it or try.
So, like riding a bike, my hands and feet know what to do. I don't think about balance anymore. It just happens.
And that is exactly what we want English speaking to feel like. And the last word, instinct, a natural ability to react or respond without needing to think, plan, or translate.
So, the real goal is to make English feel like an instinct, not a task that needs effort.
That is the goal. And those are your key words from today. Use one of them in a sentence this week, and they will stick with you forever.
Try just one. That's enough to start. Those words are so useful, especially when you're actively working on thinking in English and breaking that translation habit.
I love how naturally every one of them connects to what we talked about today.
All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thanks for listening.
Don't forget to grab your free PDF in the description. All the key vocabulary, takeaways, and exercises are in one place waiting for you.
And if this episode helped you take one step closer to thinking in English naturally today,
Please subscribe to the Speak English Flow and share it with one friend who is still stuck in the translation loop.
that one share truly means the world to us.
Just one friend. That's enough.
See you next time on the Speak English Flow.
Your progress doesn't end here. Click on the next video to keep your English growing. Bye-bye.